Well, Dave, congratulations on the publication of your latest book, Natural Landmarks of Arizona, University of Arizona Press.
Well, thanks. It was a work that required me to do a lot more running around than I'm typically doing, which is quite a bit.
Yeah, the book, I have had a chance to read it and pretty carefully. Actually, it's a beautifully done book.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, and it's chock full of information. It looks like it was a lot of work to bring all of that different stuff, all those different elements together.
Well, it was a lot of work, but it's the kind of task that I probably would pay to be able to do, just going around and visiting my favorite places in the state of Arizona.
Wait, don't you do that anyway?
Well, you know...
Doesn't somebody already pay you to do that?
When you're filming, you don't really have the time to spend looking at stuff. You're so busy filming and doing others, and then you got to move on to another place. And I had the leisure to look at these places and say, I never noticed that before, this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, I noticed, so as I was reading it, and not surprised, but you begin the book, like a lot of your books, with a kind of a personal anecdote, or more than that, you situate the book in your biography. And so you moved to Duncan, Arizona from New Jersey with your family in the mid-50s, is that right?
It was the mid-50s, 1954, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was 12. I'm afraid that dates me, but it's okay. Right then and there, I became a Southwesterner, I think within 10 minutes of having arrived in Duncan, because here were all these wonderful mountains, unlike anything that I had ever seen in the state of New Jersey. And I decided I needed to know about those. And for a kid, a 12-year-old kid, it just mainly meant I want to know their names. But that really got me started.
And what prompted you to write a book about landmarks of Arizona?
Because I wanted to. Because I am so taken with how my understanding or my feelings about my state were based upon the landscapes and those big mountain sorts of things that jut up. But I realized I want other people to try to consider what they mean, how they define our state, how they define us. We in the United States, our mobility is such that we lose the meaning of places that are so important to people who have lived for hundreds of thousands of years in one place. We lose that. And when we lose that, we lose a great deal of understanding of the importance of the land, what it means, and what we can do to maintain our relationship with it. An office mate who had come here for just 1 year from back east. And he mentioned to me, he said, when you see Tucson, you don't see Tucson, you see the Catalinas. And the Catalinas just define this place. And I've thought over the decades how true that was with the Catalinas. Take away the Catalinas, and Tucson is this barren, sort of rough, hilly, rolling plain. And the Catalinas give us our water, they give us our views, they give us our retreat in the summertime. They really define what the place of Tucson is. And Tuamac Hill is certainly good. Sentinel Peak or A Mountain helps a lot, but the Catalinas give us that setting.
So what do you hope that people will take away from this book?
Well, my hope is that they can look outside and think, okay, what monuments has Yetman missed? But what do they mean to me? And get some curiosity about how they came to be. You know, all of us should think at one point or another, ask the question, why isn't everything flat? Why are there mountains here? How did they get here?
And you're talking about cultures that have been in place for,
yeah.
long
when you think of the Hopis who have been here, I don't know, 5,000 years, probably at least, and how their mesas and what they see from their mesas are just an intimately deep part of their culture and give them meaning. And that Hopiness stays with them wherever they go. I wish we had more of that. And I hope this book gives some little nudge to people to consider how important that is.